Hello, everybody. Hey, welcome back to Santa Switch Adapted Toys. We have a special request. Uh, this is the Baby Einstein Glow and Discover Light Bar. Okay, and the request you can see here has got basically 7 inputs. I've got the battery. The batteries are out of it because it doesn't come with batteries. You got to provide your own. That's no big deal. But the request was to be able to activate this with a adapted switch. And so somebody asked if anyone's done it, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I'm going to do it. The access to opening it up requires you remove 16 screws from the back side, including 4 that are underneath this cover here. Let's see, we can't really see because of oh, there we go, the lighting. Okay, so here we got 4 of them underneath the cover here. Once all of those screws are removed, you got to pry it open a little bit because the lineup registration points that they put in here, a couple of others are pretty tight. So a little gentle prying pops it open. Once that's done, it has printed circuit board running down each side for the 3 on each side are the other 6 inputs. And no, if I can cover this behind, I think that looks good. All right. And the roller bar or the roller point here is wiring for it is underneath this circuit board. If you look at, see if we can bring this up to the camera and get a view of it and focus on it. It may or may not focus. Now I'm going to say it didn't focus, but essentially printed on the circuit board right here. There's 2 little green things sticking up and it says roller. And so the other side of that on the circuit board is where the roller switch is attached. Okay. And what you see poking out from underneath it here is those green wires and down to the switch. So I'm going to remove these 2 screws. So we can access the other side, which has connection points on it. Once those are removed, you can turn this over. Now we're going to find out how well. Yeah. All right. Let's not lose those screws. And we're going to find out how much freedom or relaxation we've got with this board. I'm going to turn it over. And the orientation of these 2 screws is, as you can see, the wires coming through. It's got the switch down there that the roller would activate. Green wires are for the roller. They come up through the circuit board, back up and solder right there. So these 2 are the solder points that will activate from the roller. And so that's where I'm going to solder my cables for the adaptive switch on. Okay. If you want to actually put 7 or other inputs, then you could turn this over and you can see which one goes to this main circuit board. But the easiest way to do it would be to look to see, and with the batteries in it, you can see here this is a multicolored rainbow ribbon. and it has ground on the bottom, and then it's marked D, K3, D1, D2, D3, etc. as far as what it is. And you could do a test of which two of those will activate these buttons, but we're only going to be concerned about this green one, the center. To do that, I've determined right here is a good place to do this. To do this, we need a cable. I have some mono cables, which mono cable only has 2 wires in it instead of 3. There's only 2 wires necessary for putting a switch adapted toy. Let's drill. I have a very large drill because in addition to my wire, I have a strain relief. And so that strain relief allows for a little bit higher quality connection. My soldering is going to take place very close to the end, so I do not need a lot of wire or cable inside. So I'm going to tie a knot. This will prevent it from being pulled out. And it's the only way that I adapt anymore is to tie a knot in the cable. It prevents it from being pulled out. And when the time comes, this will go in there. Let's put solder. I'll tell you what, because we have it and can do it, and there's no moving parts, we're going to confirm. Let's go ahead and just put this back together because ultimately it needs to be done anyway. Confirm the toy works by turning it on. So now it's on. Rolling this activates all kinds of inputs, lights, music, etc. So if activating that does it, I'm going to wait for it to time out. It's okay, so it stopped because I punched one of the buttons on the other side. So I'm going to short these two with my tweezers here, metal tweezers. We're going to short these 2 wires, and that worked. Blue. I'm going to do it again. Just short those 2 wires, and that works. Okay. So all I need to do, or all you need to do, is to solder these 2 points to those 2 points. And I will bring it up to the camera. Hopefully it'll focus on it when it's done. Apparently this baby Einstein does other things on its own. Input to help keep the interest of the child. So I have reverse tweezers. It's a tool that I have found very handy for holding things like this. Soldering iron is hot. Oops, wait a minute. I have too many things on the table, apparently. There we go. Soldering iron is hot. I'm going to solder to 1 wire here. That's connected. And the other side of that switch is here. Focusing on soldering iron. Okay. Let's see, we'll turn it off for a moment, off camera, or maybe you can see where I've got my switches mounted here. There they are. I've got a bank of switches over there. I've got 4 of them mounted in there for different connections. I'll turn this back on. And I'm going to press the button and a toy activator. That simple. That's all it is. Okay. So that's how you would adapt that one up. And I did say I was going to bring this to the camera and see if it would focus on what I did there. You can see that the green wire goes through the piece printed circuit board and comes back up with those two connection points. And all I've done is just attached it to those two connection points. So that's that. Roll this back over. Got a little bit of a pull on things. Let's see. I'm hoping now that I drilled that hole far enough up. We're going to find out. I may have to do this over again because this strain relief goes in here. The cable gets pulled and now let's see if I can put the circuit board back now securely in place. And tweezers. Register, put the screw in here. And I'll continue to reassemble it. But that is how you adapt and connect up the baby Einstein blow and discover light. Okay. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Contact me if you have any particular toys that you think should be adapted or wants to adapt. Let me know. See what I can do. Hit the like down there, please. Subscribe if you want to see any videos that come out and be aware of the adapting. Thank you again for watching Santa Switch Adapted Toys. You have a wonderful day.